I'm Saleem, and welcome to my Bohemian kitchen. Today's a really interesting menu, and it's got me kind of warm and fuzzy inside, okay? Everything that we're gonna be preparing today is sort of on a Goan theme kind of story, Goan theme kind of direction. Firstly, we're gonna start with a tomato and onion salad. Next, we're gonna move to the main course, which is gonna be a beautiful fillet of red snapper. And lastly, we're gonna do clams in a Goan sausage-style marinara that's a tomato-based sauce.
My hunt for the freshest ingredients takes me to Chapora River.
Yummy. Killer, killer. We've got about 8 over here, beautiful clams. All right, so let's start cooking.
I live in Goa and spend part of the year in Ibiza, Spain.
Experimental and passionate cooking really turns me on.
It's every cook's dream to have his own restaurant.
Sublime's my baby. Join me for some wild cooking. All right, let's start with the salad first things first. A very simple, but really straight to the point, killer tomato and onion salad with kokum vinaigrette. All right, grab ourselves a little mixing bowl, and I'll teach you how to make this super easy salad that just takes literally just a couple of minutes, and your customers and your kids and your family and your friends are gonna love it. Check it out. Kokum syrup, super easy. Available in most supermarkets. About that much. A little bit of salad oil, teaspoon. Olive oil, much healthier, much more flavor. Salt, crushed black pepper. That's it. That's all it is. Whisk it up, and you get these beautiful, nice little, microscopic little balls. All right, so we've got our salad dressing here. Beautiful Konkani style, Goan style salad dressing. All right, and go ahead and grab a plate for you guys. And we'll plate this on this big bad boy right here. All right, we'll take 2 tomatoes for now. If I need another one, I'll grab one later. This particular salad, a tomato onion salad, is a very, very common salad, okay? They're very light, they're very simple. They're not supposed to be anything fancy or anything crazy with decorating this or decorating that. How this is sort of a little bit more modern and a little bit more bohemian is we're adding this sort of Goan Konkani element, which in this case, of course, is the kokum. We're basically just gonna be sort of plating these in a circle, nicely all around our plate, like so. That's the whole point. This is a very simple salad. Very, very, very basic. The whole idea is it's just supposed to take a few minutes. A little bit of onion. Obviously, the more onion you like, the more you can put on. Now, me personally, I don't like big, huge pieces of onion. I like onion very much, but I don't like big, huge pieces of onion in my salad. Lastly, we've got our salad leaves over here. Decorate them a little bit, like so. Almost like a little bouquet of flowers. Take the bottoms off, throw that out. I'm just gonna dip it in here a little bit in our dressing. Just put a little bit of flavor on these salad leaves. Get these in the middle of the plate, like so. A little bit of green onion, doesn't hurt. Also gives us a little bit of color. And the green onion taste, of course, is a little bit more sweeter. Just cutting this straight down, sort of on a bias, at an angle. Okay, there we go. We've got our green onion. All right, we've got here our beautiful, sort of tangy, kokum-y salad dressing here. We're just gonna kind of drizzle that over our tomatoes. A little bit on the plate for a little bit of effect. Tiny little bit of extra virgin olive oil. This is a colorful, simple 2-minute salad. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of pepper on here. The kokum has a really cooling effect. We're gonna garnish this with some coriander leaves. Okay? Because just to sort of keep it within that sort of Goan style, that Indian style, continually using coriander. And there you have it. It's as easy as that. It's a beautiful, light, sort of tangy tomato salad for every day. I just can't help myself. I put it all on the plate. I put it on the plate and I gotta eat it right now. I'm gonna have a piece right now because I can't help myself. This is a light, yummy tomato salad, I'm sure. Mmm. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm really excited. This is gonna be our main course dish today. Fillet of red snapper, wrapped in banana leaf with coconut rice. This is an incredibly clean dish. It's steamed. It's not fried in the pan with any butter or oil. It doesn't have cream, it doesn't have wine. This is a dish that is so clean that I think if you don't really take a shower in the daytime, but you eat this dish for lunch, you're set for the day. You don't have to take a shower at all for the rest of the day. All right, let's get started. We got our beautiful banana leaf right here. We're gonna just gently lift up this beautiful fillet of snapper, lay it off in there, okay? I got hot water boiling here. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the coconut rice. Half a cup of rice in there. Coconut milk and some water. Again, half a cup approximately. We're gonna cook that off nicely. To that, we're gonna add maybe 1 or 2 star anise bits. It's one of my most favorite spices of all. I think it's so pungent and so powerful, this stuff. Kind of reminds me a lot of licorice, okay? I'm gonna put maybe 2, 3 of these inside there. Rice is cooking, maybe a tiny little pinch of salt, a little bit of flavor, and we'll let that on its own. We'll move over here to the fish. I've got these 3 bits of green onion here that I've sort of removed from a green onion. I'm gonna put this in the boiling water just for a quick second and basically just kind of blanch these real quick to make them sort of flexible enough that we can use it as a rope, all right? Here we go. Okay, our water is boiling now. Get the top of the steamer going. That's where we're gonna eventually put our snapper into, okay? We're just gonna dress it up really, really simply. I like to put a little bit of fish sauce, a little bit of sesame oil in there. Here's the fish sauce, boom. A little bit of sesame oil. A little bit of garlic paste. Grab one of these little spoons over here. Kind of dab a little bit of garlic paste on this fish. Not too much, of course, because it's supposed to be very clean tasting. A little bit of sort of coriander leaf. I'm not even gonna chop this up. I'm just gonna take these coriander leaves with their stems, kind of just gently place it on the snapper. A little bit of ginger, very important. This is a dish that actually doesn't have sort of a lot of masala and a lot of sort of pungentness to it, okay? Again, super simple. This is the kind of stuff that when I moved from California to Goa, this is the kind of stuff that I really wanted to cook. So I've sort of got this red chili over here. As you can see, I've sort of taken out the seeds. It's also gonna give the dish a little bit of fire and a little bit of spice, which is what we want, okay? There we go. And lastly, for some green onion. I'm gonna just cut this green onion sort of really, really simple, straight down the center, and sort of put these 2 bits of green onion right there on the fish, and that's it, okay? Tiny little pinch of salt on the top, very, very minimal amount of black pepper, all right? And we're gonna wrap this fish up, okay? When you're wrapping, all this juice and all this liquid is what we wanna keep, okay? When you're wrapping it all up, try and be careful that the juice is not sort of falling out, okay? And what you're doing is you're just making a little package out of this. That's it, okay? It's as simple as that. Now what we can do is we can take this beautiful green onion bits, sort of tie the top of one to the bottom of the other, and what you got in the end is a little rope. You tie another one to that. Basically, all I'm using this for is to wrap and sort of close up my little package here. That's our fish. That's going in the steamer, okay? We're gonna make sure we're gonna close this. And that's gonna steam. That's gonna take about probably about 4 to 5 minutes. It's not a very big piece of fish, so it shouldn't be very long. We'll start this rice up again. In the meantime, let's get the plate. Start plating this up. Got a nice big one over here. All right. Ooh. All beautiful, natural flavors. Oh yeah, that is beauteous, beauteous. I'm gonna make a little cut here into our green onion and pull this bad boy out. Oh, we can kind of open up our banana leaf. Perfectly gentle, perfectly steamed. Look at that. Come over here and check that out. Look at how delicate that fish is, how it's just almost flaking off each other. Absolutely beautiful, super tender, lots of aroma coming out. This is really what cooking is about. It's simple, simple food. A little bit of coconut rice, sort of star anise scented. Okay for the decoration. A little bit of green onion chopped. And a little bit of sesame seeds, my favorite. There we go. Steamed fillet of snapper, wrapped in banana leaf, coconut rice, scented with star anise. Bon appetit, doesn't get much better than that. Now, for tasting this unbelievably delicious, moist, incredibly simple, incredibly healthy, incredibly fresh piece of fish. All right, I'm gonna go for it. Lucky me, lucky me. Oh yeah, maybe even a little bit of this coconut rice. I wanna have all the flavors in my mouth. Honestly, that is so perfect. It's flaky, it's soft, it's moist. This is something I see over and over again with steamed fish, is it never dries up. It's cooked with water, steam. And that's why it's always, always so beautiful. I'm just kidding. I'm super excited right now because I know I've taken you to a couple of really interesting places and I know you've learned a thing or two so far. Right now, here we are. Look behind me, we're at Chapora River, okay? I got my feet in the mud right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do something really fun, something even a little bit dangerous. We're gonna go clam hunting, all right? So I'm gonna take you to get dirty and come and get dirty with me. Yummy, killer, killer. What we're gonna do behind me, as you can see, there's some ladies over there, some local villagers. They're looking for oysters and looking for clams. We're gonna probably go ahead and join them. Otherwise, we'll take our own way and try our luck. Victory, victory! We've got about 8 over here, beautiful clams. While I was just looking in the camera, I see another one over here. I'm just gonna take that advantage and just collect my 9. You can serve these with Goan sausage, which is traditionally sort of Goan style. You could pretty much cook these in coconut milk. Also very nice. Let's see, let's take this back to the kitchen and see what we're gonna do with this when we get back. Good to see you guys back again. It's gonna be well worth it, okay? What I'm gonna cook for you now is gonna be called clams and Goan sausage tomato marinara, all right? It's a tomato-based sauce. Start right off, we're gonna use a big wok, and we're gonna just go ahead and sort of, I'm gonna chop stuff and just keep throwing things into the wok. We've got our gas on, a little bit of oil. While that's heating up, I'm gonna start chopping vegetables like crazy. We're gonna start with an onion, medium dice. Now this is a dish that I've been serving in my restaurant probably for the last 7 years now. It was one of the first dishes that we started with. The idea of sort of putting seafood and sausage together is a Portuguese idea. When I moved down to Goa, I thought, why not use some of those ideas and kind of make my own version of it? And that's what happened, and that's what this is. We sell probably about 10, 15 orders of these every day at the restaurant. So here we are chopping garlic. Okay, our oil is hot as you can see here. Now we're gonna add in our garlic and onion. All right, while that's cooking, I'm gonna chop up a little bit of ginger. All right, I'm gonna fry that up nicely. A little bit of curry pata, curry leaves. A little bit of jeera powder, which is cumin. Brown sugar, very, very important part of this dish because this dish is spicy and sweet at the same time. A little bit like the Goan sausage also, spicy and sweet. A little bit of green chili. I mean, what's a Goan dish without any green chili? I think I'm gonna use probably about half a chili. It's more than enough. And pepper. And when this is becoming almost sort of brownish and the flavors are all kind of releasing themselves into the oil, we're gonna add our tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are semi-cooked and peeled already. We did that a little bit earlier. We're just gonna kind of squeeze these tomatoes right in here, right like that. In this particular dish, I'm just gonna use 1 spoonful of tomato puree from the packet, and that's it. I'm gonna try and keep this as fresh as possible. I don't think we need really to have sort of very, very fine. I like pieces of larger sized tomatoes in my food. You know, it doesn't need to be all perfectly pureed. A little bit of basil, putting it in there. Goan sausage, really important. This is gonna add a whole kind of masala-y dimension to the whole dish. So I put some of this beautiful Goan sausage in there, which already there are a lot of aromas happening. We've got beautiful clams over here. Okay, we're gonna just take them and just put them right into our mix, okay? By putting these clams into our mix, once they die, they're gonna die and cook inside our sauce. So they'll be releasing all this natural clam juice. All right, along with that, a little shot of red wine. This is the Portuguese part. A little bit of chopped coriander. And then we can work with cutting a little bit of peppers, different colors, into a julienne style cut. All right, there's our coriander in there. A little bit of green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper. If you just like green pepper, just use green. I like to have the whole sort of multicolored thing going on. Okay, now these clams are just gonna be cooking sort of in there under a really low heat. They're gonna release their natural juices, open up and kind of release their natural juices in there, okay? So I'm cutting all of these quite fine together. We've got a lot of sort of multi-action pepper happening here. This dish is gonna probably simmer down on a low heat. This heat over here, this burner might even be too big because it's the big one. I'll move it up maybe to the top. Keep it under a low heat over here. Okay, so what we've got in here basically is we've got all these things now mixed together. 2 main ingredients, of course, the Goan sausages and the clams. The clams have now opened up and released their natural juices into the liquid. And the Goan sausage, of course, with their sort of sweet and tangy and spicy flavors also all happening. I think this dish is pretty much finished. We can go ahead and plate it, I think. Got here this beautiful plate, bowl plate. And with that, we're just gonna transfer this into that. Just a nice little spoon. Beautiful aromas coming out, lovely, lovely colors. All right, so we've kind of put these beautiful clams, this lovely Goan sausage, everything in the bowl. It's gonna be really, really good. I think it's gonna put a lot of warmth, a lot of sweet and spiciness in my belly. That's exactly what I need right now. Let's give this a taste. Go ahead and cook this at home. Don't be afraid of anything, guys, okay? Because we only live once. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. A little bit spicy for me personally, but flavors of sausage, tomato, the brown sugar, the sweetness of it, and the spiciness of it. all just bouncing off your tongue, bouncing off your cheeks. That was really, really good. There's no wonder that's been one of my signature dishes for so many years. It was a really interesting day today, I think, because we did a lot of sort of Goan influenced, but yet also a little bit Thai style food. We started off with a very simple, but really straight to the point, killer tomato and onion salad with kokum vinaigrette. Main course today was a beautiful fillet of red snapper wrapped in banana leaf with a star anise scented coconut rice. And the last dish, the star of the day for me, was our beautiful clams and Goan marinara that we've been serving for many, many years at my restaurant. Goan sausage, sweet, tangy, sour, peppers, all these flavors all wrapped into one. I think that's what food's all about. It's about sort of fusing different things, mixing and matching, combining and creating with whatever you have around you. Try and use fresh produce. Go to your local farmers, support organic vegetables. Go out there, buy the good stuff, you know, cook it all up, and create something new. Create something that has your stamp on it. Take care, guys. Happy cooking. Goodbye.